Let me talk to you about how to get a high limit business credit card for a new LLC, no matter what. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to get a high-limit business credit card for a new LLC, no matter what. Step number one, you need to know the typology of LLC credit cards. There are different credit cards out there for LLC, for new LLCs. You need to know the best. So we have covered this topic on other shows. So I'm going to quickly just run through the list here. So you have the Capital One Spark Classic for Business. This is a great card. It has no annual fee. Foreign transaction fee is zero. The fee to add additional employee card, this is zero. And if you have less than stellar credit, you can qualify for this card. The Capital One Spark Classic for Business. Then you have Brex. Brex is kind of cool. It's a great card for startup, LLCs included. And here, the good thing is you don't have to pledge a personal guarantee. This is kind of cool. And the card is available only to C Corp, S Corp, LLC, or LP corporations. And the bonus rewards is kind of cool. You have 8x points on collaboration tools such as Zoom, Slack, GoToMeeting, Gong, and Monday.com. You have 4x points on food delivery, including DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub. You have 3x points on recurring software and 1x point on everything else. Fantastic card. You also have the Inc. Business Cash. Here, the credit score is a little high, but if you have a good relationship with Chase, you can qualify. Okay, the credit score goes from 670, 680 to 850, but they can qualify you if you have a FICO score of 580, if you have a strong MPR with Chase. And we also have the Wells Fargo Business Secure Credit Card. If you're interested in having a secure credit card at the business level, here the limits will span 500 to 25 grand, depending on what you put down on your deposit. Okay, and then we also have a few very interesting credit union credit cards for new LLCs. We have the Fairwinds Business Cash Visa, maximum limit $75,000. Teachers Visa Business Credit Card, maximum limit $50,000. The American Heritage Business Platinum Mastercard, maximum limit $40,000. The Bethpage Business Cashback Rewards Mastercard, maximum limit $50,000. And the ACU Business Visa Credit Card, maximum limit $75,000. And we actually covered this topic at length on another show, and that's called the 10 Rare Credit Union EIN Only Business Credit Cards for Startups. If you're interested, go watch that show. Step number one, you need to know the credit cards out there for LLCs. Step number two, you need to zero in on a credit card. Okay, so this is basically a big decision time, and I want you to talk to me. What credit card will better your LLCs? What credit card will boost your LLC's chances of making a sale, of making purchases that are strategically aligned with your operational model? So you got to think about the current institution, your LLC. Where do you currently banking at the personal level, but also at the business level? Where do you have a business checking account? Where do you have a business savings account? Talk to me about that. You also need to think about your company's operating style. In other words, your spending patterns. Which categories do you spend the most money on? Is it travel? Is it groceries? Is it office supplies? It is software. Where is your cash going right now? What kind of industry you're in? Talk to me about that. What is your liquidity situation? The liquidity situation of your LLC. We are speaking about a new limited liability company. So I want you to talk to me about your cash inflows and cash outflows. Are you awash in cash? Or are you struggling? Are you scraping to get by? Talk to me about that. You also need to talk to me about your financial statements. I will elaborate more on that later on, but talk to me about your financial statements, including your projected sales data. If you're new, if your LLC is new, you probably don't have a lot of sales yet, but you can still project. All right. And what are the credit scores of the founders? Is this a solo LLC or this is a multi-member LLC? So you want to have an idea of the personal credit scores of all the founders. This is kind of important. Don't sit around and telling me, well, I don't know my credit score. You better know your credit score. All right, you better know your credit score before you even apply for a business credit card for your new LLC. You better know what kind of credit score you have at the personal level, because the whole idea is to improve your chances of being approved no matter what. So the more information you have about your personal credit, the better. Okay, and so that there are a lot of ways you can check your credit score for free. One of them is going to a website called annualcreditreport.com. So if there is any error, you can go ahead and just fix it right then and there. And what is the relationship you currently have? What is the multi-product relationship? What kind of relationship do you have with your institution? What kind of checking accounts, savings accounts, investment accounts, and other accounts do you have with them? This is going to help you decide, hey, listen, I want to have a business credit card for my new LLC at this institution. Step number 3, I want you to get your act together. You need to get legit. Okay. I don't care. People just telling me, well, I have a new LLC. I'm a single member LLC. I'm a company, yada, yada, yada. Well, guess what? Are you legit? Talk to me for real. You got to be legit. You got to have all the characteristics that make up a legit company. Okay. Just simply being an LLC, having your certificate of organization from your state doesn't mean that you're legit. It's part of it, but there's a lot more you need to do to sit around and say, I'm a legit business, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to sound and appear and be legit for real. First of all, you need to get your EIN. I don't care what's going on in your life. You need to go to the IRS's website, apply for an EIN. It takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You get an EIN. Employer identification number. Okay, you don't have to hire people to have an EIN. You can be yourself. You can be a single member LLC and qualify for an EIN. Then I want you to open a business bank account. I want you to set up your accounting. I want you to do everything that makes your company appear legit. You need to set up your accounting either by hiring someone. If you have the resources, you hire an accountant, or you outsource the whole function to a local CEA or CPA rather, or an EA or accountant or bookkeeper. I don't care, but you want to outsource the stuff to someone who knows what a trial balance is, what assets are, liabilities are, what expenses are, what income is. Okay, or you can even buy software. You have software like QuickBooks that you can use online. Try to hire staff if needed. Try to get permits and licenses. If possible, I want you to join professional associations. That way, you really are showing yourself up as a legit business. And also try to think about, and you want to have articles of organization or articles of incorporation. If we're talking about LLC, we are speaking about articles of organization. So you want to have this and frame it and have it secured at your business. This is important because your articles of organization will talk about how you want to organize your business, how you want to organize your LLCs. And if you are a multi-member LLC, this is important in case there are conflicts among founders. So everything is written black and white. Very important. Step number 4, if your goal is to get approved for a business credit card for your new LLC, no matter what, you need to be very clear about spending. Here, I want to talk to you about money. And when we talk about money, we're not talking just about the inflows and outflows. We're talking about the whole strategy that actually surrounds your business. You got to think about the spending patterns. How much do you spend? So that's the amount. But the patterns, when we talk about patterns, we're talking about the trends. Are you spending more money on office supplies? Are you spending more money on travel? Are you spending more money on telco expenses? On whatever it is? And this will depend on the kind of industries you're in. I want you to take that seriously. You need to write it down. You need to write down your expenses, at least the expenses that you expect. And the best way to do this is to create something called a spending plan. Like the whole thing about people having a budget at the personal level or at the business level, I want you right now to start having a spending plan. And there's nothing complicated here. I'm not asking you to go and just look for a CPA or a PhD in accounting to kind of help you do a spending plan. A spending plan is as simple as having a column. You have two columns. One column where you have the categories on which you want to spend, and the second column, what amount you intend to spend on those categories. Simple as that. That way you have a clear idea of where your money is going. You need to think about purchasing projections. Obviously, if you're a new LLC, you are new, right? You're brand new, or you're a baby company. You need to really have an idea of 6 months from now, 9 months from now, where is my cash going? 12 months from now, 18 months from now, 2 years from now. Have projections. You got to have a plan, especially if you have a business. You better have a plan. Think about the rewards you are interested in. Are you targeting some travel rewards? Are you interested in some perks, cash back, miles, points? What are you interested in? Because the thing is that if you're going to spend on travel, you might as well just couple that expense on travel with the redemption of points. Yeah. Okay, so this is very important. So you got to do a lot of thinking ahead before even knocking on the door of the business credit card issuer and say, listen, hey, here I am. I want a business credit card. You got to do a lot of strategy, a lot of analysis. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about how to get a high-limit business credit card for a new LLC, no matter what. Now I want to talk to you about your financials. Yeah, big decision time. Before you actually knock on the door of a business credit card issuer, first of all, if you are a new LLC, don't even think about doing anything online. No. If possible, I want you to walk into a physical branch, a brick and mortar branch. You want to sit with a person, with a human being, and explain your situation. You want to bring a lot of stuff. You want to bring a lot of paperwork, your personal tax return, if possible, your business tax return, if you have already filed your 1065, if you have already filed one, very important. And you also need to have your financial statements. Very important. Big decision time. Very important. All statements are projected. If you're a new LLC, chances are you haven't been around for a long time to actually have actual data. So you are going to rely, and the credit card issuer is going to rely on your projected data. Please make sure you have impeccable financial statements. I'm not asking you to doctor up the data. I'm asking you to prepare financial statement that when people look at them, they think, wow, this was done professionally. So you want to have a balance sheet for your LLC, a statement of cash flows, a statement of owner's equity, and an income statement, also called P&L, profit and loss statements. You need to have that. You also need to have disclosure notes. A lot of people don't know this, but it's important. Disclosure notes are part of the financial statements according to United States Generally Accepted Accounting Principle, US GAAP. Disclosure notes are part of the financial statement. So don't just prepare 4 financial statements and just shove it in front of the credit card issuer. No, you want to explain how you got the numbers. You want to understand material assumptions that you made while preparing the financial statement. This is quintessential. I want you to remember that. And in addition to the financial statement, you need to have a business plan. Business plans are important because business plan makes you appear serious, legit, confident. This is a document where you explain where you were, where you are, and where you're going with your LLC. Very important. We have covered this on multiple shows. If you're interested, there are two videos that you might be interested in. Number one, Life Plan versus Business Plan Pro versus Plan Guru, Go Small Biz, and Business Sorter. So those are our business plan software providers. We reviewed them at length. And the second video is Life Plan, Base Plan, and Loop. This is software to write your business plan yourself. Step number 6, I want you to check your credit. I spoke about that little one, but now I really want to dig a little deeper here. You need to check your personal credit and your business credit if you have some. Let's talk about personal credit first. When it comes to personal credit, I want you to double check it. You got to work to improve it. Let's say right now your LLC is created and you're thinking 6 months from now or 3 months from now, I want to apply for my first business credit card. Well, you better start working on your personal credit right now. There are things you can do to basically improve your credit. If you are in the 600 categories or less or below, you can actually start working on it right now. Don't wait until the time you are about to get your business credit cards before you start working on your personal credit. That will be foolish. Okay, so you want to work on it. There are 5 elements in a credit score, and the most three important ones are what? Your the amount of debt that you owe, your credit utilization, and your payment history. Okay, and then you can think about your credit mix if you want to think about it, and the amount of the number of recent inquiries. Those are important. And when we talk about checking your credit score for free, your personal credit score for free, there are a lot of places. Annualcreditreport.com is one of them. Every year, Congress has mandated the 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, to make those to make available to the public a copy of credit reports. Okay, if you want more, you can go to CreditWise. This is a service by Capital One. You can go to Amex. You have Discover, you have Credit Karma, Wallet Hub, and Nerd Wallet. Those are places where, in exchange for your data, because you have to register, in exchange for your data, you can actually check your credit score for free. Credit card, because this is actually an important element. So when you finish checking your personal credit, check your business credit if you have one. If you don't have one, you want to think about working on that aspect of things ASAP. You want to seek net 30 vendors. You can also go with secured trade lines. We have covered the topic of net 30 vendors and unsecured and secured trade lines on other shows. So if you're interested on the subject, please go to our catalog of videos and check it out. You'll be very pleased. We covered this topic at length and in depth. Now let's talk about the application. So number 7, you need to apply. Big decision time here. So if you have been following so far, if you've been following until now, that means you are interested in getting a high limit business credit card for your new LLC, no matter what. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Do not apply online. You want to apply at a branch or over the phone, but our preference is applying at a branch. You want to walk to that branch. You want to go there confident with your financial statements. You want to go with your business plan. You want to go with your tax returns. You want to go confident. You want to study things first. And so when you walk there, you're confident that you will get the business card that you want. Choose a bank or credit union you have a relationship with. We've said that before, the whole concept of MPR, multi-product relationship. You need to have a relationship with the credit union or bank you want to have a card from. That just makes sense. And you want to take the time to talk to an advisor. See, one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make is by believing that, oh, I want a credit card, I want a credit card. I can get everything online. No way, Jose. In today's world, the concept of having a relationship with a banker, with the credit card issuer still holds. You want to talk to an advisor. You want them to understand your business. Obviously, your credit score is there, but it's only one criterion among many. You want to talk to them about it. You want to answer their question. You want to help them evaluate your financials and business plan. Ask questions, answer questions. If you do all this correctly, you will be surprised that you will get a high limit business credit cards no matter what. One thing for sure, when you apply over the internet, you are being taken care of by an algorithm. There is a machine, there's a robot that has some criteria and some eligibility criteria already plugged into the system. And if you don't meet those criteria, you will be denied, you'll be rejected. But if you go and talk to someone, that person will take your application and will walk into the department that takes care of the credit card application or denials. Okay, this is part of the underwriting department. So this is important. Having that human element in between you and the credit card company makes a whole lot of difference. Believe me, we have advised thousands of people, thousands of businesses on this matter, and we know the acceptance rate, unless you have a high credit score, the acceptance rate is very low when you apply online. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about how to get a business credit card for a new LLC, how to get a high limit business credit cards for a new LLC, no matter what. First, you need to know the typology of LLC credit cards. Number 2, you need to zero in on the preferred card. Number 3, you need to get legit. Number 4, think about your spending. Number 5, you want to prepare solid financials. Number 6, you need to know your credit, either at the personal level or the business level. Number 7, you need to apply. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll talk to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.